So the Cockroach Janata Party that started with a social media movement and the student protest at the Jantar Mantar, and now we are seeing student movement across different cities and states in the country. Do you think this movement will be able to make a political impact in the next general elections?
The Cockroach Janata Party has a huge advantage of being able to connect with 20 million people at the press of a button, because these are the followers of the Cockroach Janata Party on the social media. Even the largest political party in the country claims to have only about 8 million followers on social media. So you can imagine the reach that the Cockroach Janata Party has across the length and breadth of the country. Now, people keep asking, or people are apprehensive of what will happen to the present BJP government at the next general election because of the rise of the youth power which has been exhibited by the Cockroach Janata Party. I am quite apprehensive of whether this party will make any dent into the political fortune of any particular political party in the next general election, and I analyze this in this form. As far as the Cockroach Janata Party movement helping Prashant Kishore is concerned, is understandable because Prashant Kishore has a certain amount of credibility which can be said to be in sync with the Cockroach Janata Party. Prashant Kishore's party has been talking about unemployment, it has been talking about corruption, it has been talking about probity in public life, it has been talking about problems in the examination system. So it was completely in sync with the thoughts of the Cockroach Janata Party, and obviously because of his personal credibility, when the Bankipur election happened, he immediately got the full advantage and he won by a thumping majority. BJP was a distant second by about 20,000 votes, and RJD, which is the main opposition in Bihar, was a very, very poor third, getting only about 14,000 votes. But when you talk of the national elections, it is very difficult for somebody who is upset with the way BJP functions to vote for the Congress party or to vote for the Samajwadi party or to vote for the RJD, because ultimately none of them came out openly in support of the Cockroach Janata Party when they were in the midst of the movement. In fact, Mr. Sonam Wangchuk has very categorically said that I wanted to break my fast by if Rahul Gandhi had come to me, and he did not even consider it important to meet Mr. Sonam Wangchuk at that point of time. Every political party is wanting to take advantage of what crowd or what student or what youth galvanizing the Cockroach Janata Party has done, but none of them qualify for taking the benefit of what Cockroach Janata Party stands for. And I personally feel that the only way the Cockroach Janata Party can make a very important impact in the next general election would be, firstly, if they make a formal party to start with, and secondly, they take somebody like Mr. Prashant Kishore, who has the organizational ability to run a big party, who has set certain standards, whose views, whose way of looking at governance actually completely is in sync with the thoughts of the Cockroach Janata Party. Whether it be the improvement in the quality of schools, whether it be the education system, whether it be the exam system, whether it be employment. I think everything that he has been saying over the last couple of years is what Cockroach Janata Party stands for. So if he were to take over this party, and if the Cockroach Janata Party were to request him to take over, probably he can make an all India party which can be a force to reckon with. This is like the Kejriwal moment in Delhi. When Kejriwal started off in Delhi, everybody had a lot of hope from Kejriwal. Again, people from good families, good professionals and bureaucrats, and everybody thought that Kejriwal will make a difference. But the problem with Kejriwal was that he was too ambitious. And in his ambition, he completely forgot the values for which he stood for, or how his origins were established. So I think that if the Cockroach Janata Party were to continue to maintain its ideals, have a proper political party, the country is definitely looking for somebody with probity to take over, because the corruption that has come in our system, it is actually completely, I would say, there is no national character as far as governance is concerned. The criminalization of politics that is happening, there is nobody interested in ensuring that we should try and remove this or curtail or curb this criminalization of politics. There is nobody interested in police reforms, which is a very, very important issue as far as the country is concerned, because the fact that the police of Delhi beat up the students whom they are meant to be protecting speaks volumes of how the police function in our country today. And that is why the police reforms are very, very important. Similarly, the public examination that is happening, whether it be entrance to colleges or whether it be appointment to a public employment, every exam today, there is a serious accusation of malpractices and how people are being favored and how people are buying either seats or employment. And it's a very serious issue as far as the country is concerned. So I think it's high time that we have somebody who can think of or talk of decriminalizing politics, talk of reforms, especially affecting the youth, as far as the examination system is concerned or public employment is concerned, who can talk of creating more employment amongst the youth. These are issues which, according to me, are not so far being reflected in the development of this country so far. We are developing, but in our development, we are somehow missing out that national character which our freedom fighters had, because of whom we are all independent today. So I think there is something which can be done now with such a huge number of people or youth. And mind you, most of them will be a first time voter in 2029. So it can really make a huge difference. And we still have time for the next general election. It's about 2.5 years away, more than 2.5 years away. And lot of action can happen in between, but time is to start now immediately.